Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. Today, a battle in the Lone Star State, and when you play another team from Texas, it just feels a little bit bigger. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Sam Houston Bearcats, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Cougars ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcats offense will have the football first. Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have...
How about that elusiveness? He's got space. At the 20. Touchdown, Sam Houston! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
The dream start for this offense. You get the ball in the 20.
Oh, they block it. Now he can return this. So Houston's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Running back searching for a hole. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Houston will be forced to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Bearcats moving quickly to the line. Let's talk just for a moment about Sam Houston. During the offseason, they go out, they get a top 25 recruiting class. That's nothing to scoff at. But the question is, how do they move up from here later?
Well, and how do these talented young guys perform at this level, right? We don't really know. I mean, top 25 class is good. It's not elite, but how do these guys perform, Palmer, early, day one in their career?
Yeah, they're going to have to grow up pretty quick because we expect to see a lot of these guys play meaningful snaps in this game here today as well. I think that's what the fans really want to see here today.
Unloads it left. It's complete. Trying to get it in. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Sam Houston.
Looking to throw, it's McMillan. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. 1st down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Now the play fake. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. Now on 3rd and goal in that earlier sack. back left them with more ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bearcats.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. So they covered 42 yards on the drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on first down. Working that left side now. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Nice move to pick up yardage. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to a playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. To the air on first down. The short hands, it's Sanford. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field.
Oh, he's got some space. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some movement.
And the Cougars getting set on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for us.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That gets them back to within 10.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Got his man. Slips one guy, now he's loose. Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Man, this guy's closing in quickly on 100 yards receiving. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. We knew he was going to be a big part of the game plan and the strategy, but every time they've looked his way, he's been making a big play, and that's something the defense, they have to be aware of moving forward.
Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Catches it at the 30. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Going to the running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. He'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up.
Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. So now it's second and long. The give to the back. Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Houston is moving it quickly down the field.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll test the right side. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The return is tackled down at the 27. Offense will take over.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Rushes on him. Got his man all by himself. Powers through. Breaks into the open. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. That's the end of the period, and Sam Houston has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Bearcats want to pick up the tempo. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Pressure coming. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football.
And he missed it. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Fakes it past the marker. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs. Pulls it, fired complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Bearcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give to the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And the Bearcats come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Right on the money. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Bearcats will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcats have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Fighting off the defender. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Bearcats line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Bearcats! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UNLV is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you just never know. They're trailing by just 4 to Rutgers. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be.
There he goes. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Houston, 13.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And we talked about this guy from the beginning, and so far he has not disappointed behind center. They've been playing pitch and catch at an elite level, and there have been no answers defensively. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bearcats just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. To the air. It's McMillan. He's got it. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. And the Bearcats in the hurry up. Going to take a shot on second and short. Got his man quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Takes it from the gun on third down. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You know, when you go dime personnel package, you got extra DBs in the game, so it's harder to throw if you're the quarterback. There's just not as many windows. They've got more guys in coverage. You're expecting to at least have a little bit more time, but your offensive line, man, they just couldn't hold up.
The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Keep it on the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Never a doubt. That'll bring him to within 4. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To throw, it's McMillan. Fires on the run. Got his man. Bust through behind his pad. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Oh, he's got a chance. Wide open spaces. He's now up to 64 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. The Bearcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Slings it. Finds a man on the right. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it first and goal from the 1. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards?
Touchdown, Sam Houston! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. Showing the arm strength to the left. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. A strike downfield. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
You gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere...
Nowhere to go. The ball's loose. And the defense got it. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real. And this quarterback is now going to have to play with a clock in his head that's going off just a little bit quicker. He's got to do a better job understanding when to get rid of it.
It's complete on the right side. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pocket breaking down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. All by himself down the middle. Going the other way, and he takes it all the way back. What a way to finish the half, and what a disastrous way for this offense.
And just when you thought this half was going to end ho-hum, the offense coughs it up, and the defense is able to not only recover the fumble, but they take it back for a touchdown. They steal more points before heading in at halftime.
It's caught for the two-point conversion, and this offense builds some momentum going into halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open the second half on the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Really good surge from this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. There he goes. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. It's first down from the 11. Power football with the run. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
I love when you give the fullback the ball. It's kind of a dying breed. It's been taken out of most offenses. But I like when you reward him for all the unselfish plays he has to have throughout a game.
And you know what I like to see? The evolution in football. Fullbacks become a bit of a dying breed. Now you're starting to see a few sneak back in here.
It's crazy. Football's cyclical, right? The moment somebody does something else, you go the other direction. It's just always changing.
Looking for a push on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. And the Bearcats backed up deep in their own end, trying to create a little space on first down. They'll go to the counter. Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line and pick up a 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Grab behind the line. It's Bruce. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Bearcats want to crank the tempo. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Catch in the middle. It's Bruce. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a 4th down. The Bearcats decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Back to the ground game on the left. And he was fortunate. To lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
The thing I like about the slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route run. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
The Cougars come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Makes the catch. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. He is going nowhere, and this defense is manhandling this running game on the last couple of snaps. So here comes the field goal unit again. This kicker has already made 3 in this one. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that's going to give us a tie ball game.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
This drive will open from the 15. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Chucked it away just as he was hit.
Well, they tried to go play action on that one to see if they could freeze the defense, but a great job getting to the quarterback, not being fooled by it and forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw, it's McMillan. Here's a heat. Creates a little space. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Bearcats are in the hurry-up.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Under fire. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Soft spot in the middle. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And, man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Wants to throw on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Why not get everybody's heart pumping a little bit, bouncing off that right up, right through. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They go to the ground. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That's the end of the period, and Sam Houston has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters.
Okay, ready?
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play.
Yankee blue. Yankee blue. Green 25.
Looking to fire. Using the quick game. Oh, what a cut! Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The throw to the outside is complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. It'll be 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, going up top. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And it's caught inside the 30.
Well, the defense is in man coverage. The problem is they don't have guys that can match up from a size speed standpoint with this tight end. So the QB found the right matchup, was able to hit him on the corner route. It's a big play for this offense.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cougars can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The pull and throw off the RPO. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Handoff to the lone back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Hauls it in. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense in zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
Here we go.
Trying to slam in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Back's got it. Touchdown, Houston. And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The inside handoff. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. The Bearcats will hustle to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed. Dropping back, it's McMillan. He's going to throw deep right side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Bearcats will punt this one away. And the returner will be knocked down. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. And they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He's got it on the right. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. And here comes the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
The name of the game is protecting your quarterback. He can't have success with complete passes on his back. Let's get the quick passing game going, maybe hand the football off. But whatever we're doing, let's go the opposite direction.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big 3rd down. Oh, they're after him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive...
Turning it on! Got the first down. Looking for more. Touchdown, Cougar. And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, and getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. Fires to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can...
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab deep. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Bearcats! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him.
He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Houston offense once again. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. Unloads quickly. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to throw. It's locked. He's got him. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Defense dropping into soft coverage. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
All right, 4th quarter now, you're trailing, and the sense of urgency has to go up for everybody right now at quarterback and wide receiver. You're going to have to hit some of these throws, David, to get back in this game.
Yeah, and he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the brain trust will go to work. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw, it's locked. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Timeout called by the defense, and the clock is stopped with 18 seconds left.
What a great job by the quarterback. He had to be pinpoint accurate on that touchdown pass, giving his offense the lead here with just seconds to go in the game.
He will be stopped short. They can't get the 2-point conversion, and they're still up by 1 here in the 4th. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And what a fortuitous turn of events to get that football back. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.